Hi everyone, I'm Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of March 5th. We have a lot going on this week, some really big cosmic events, and I feel like you're going to be hearing that a lot because all through the month of March we really have some wonderful, rare, special cosmic alignments happening. So a lot of energy is about to filter in. On March 7th, we have the Virgo full moon. It could be the 8th, depending on your time zone. This full moon is kind of like the holder of energy, the container of energy. Right after this full moon, everything, all the big cosmic energy that March is bringing starts to unfold. So this full moon feels like a portal, a lunar portal that we're walking through that then just delivers us, bathes us in these waves of cosmic energy. So yeah, it could be a little intense, it could be a little overwhelming, but it's also really magical. And I hope you're able to find the magic in all that's unfolding, all of these energies. Really, March brings some once in a lifetime type energies. And so it really is a special time to be witness and to be aware of everything that's going on. So that March 7th, 8th full moon falls in the sign of Virgo. I really feel like this full moon is sort of the medicine that we need. It kind of brings whatever medicine, whatever tonic we need to help us move through all of these big cosmic events. So whatever it is that you need, this full moon is bringing that your way. Because of Virgo energy, the Virgo energy around it, because of some other cosmic energies around it, there is a strong healing energy around this full moon too. So that medicine may be a healing of sorts. It may also stir wounds or things that need to come up from the past that need to be resolved. There is very strong healing energy around this full moon. So use it, especially if you want to release, let go, clear some space, clear the way. Virgo is a very cleansing energy. Whenever we have a Virgo full moon, it can sometimes deliver a purge-like effect. So pay attention to that, see what you feel. But I do feel like this full moon is kind of the medicine that we need. When there is so much energy happening around a full moon, it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly or to nail down exactly the vibration of it. It feels so wide. It feels like its vibration is so spread out. So I feel like it's just going to bring what it is you need, that medicine that you need. Full moons are always a time for releasing as well. So if there's something you want to release, let go of, this is a good time to do that. As always, I have a ritual and reading for you. So check that out at foreverconscious.com. I'll put a link in the description box below. It's a gentle healing ritual and then a little intuitive reading that you can do as well as part of the ritual. Also comes with a meditation. So check that out in the description box. Then after this full moon, we are walking into another portal, and this is where the healing energy really intensifies. And this is due to a rare alignment between Jupiter and Chiron. Jupiter, the planet, Chiron's the asteroid. They're coming together in a conjunction, creating a very strong force of healing energy. This is really beautiful, and this is going to heighten that healing effect. So the full moon carries the healing energy because of the Virgo energy, because of where the full moon is placed in the sky, but also because of this Jupiter Chiron energy, which then peaks a couple of days later. We are already kind of feeling it, but it peaks from the 9th to the 15th. That's that healing portal from Jupiter and Chiron. This energy is really helping us to a couple of things: heal, unearth wounds that need to be healed, but also to bring some acceptance to our wounds. There are some wounds that cut so deep they will never leave us, but that doesn't mean we have to treat them as a weakness. That doesn't mean we cannot live a beautiful, awesome, amazing life. We can take those wounds and allow them to become channels or portals that help us tap into a greater wisdom, a greater compassion, maybe even something that directs and changes our life path. Very often, it's those deep wounds that come in and really help us to live up to our potential, to live a path of purpose that we may not have traveled before. And that's what this energy can really help us to understand, to embody, that our wounds don't have to be something that bring us down. They can be something that lift us up. We can allow our wounds to rise us higher, raise us higher, I should say. So that's the energy that comes from that portal of energy. And I've saved the best for last because also on the 8th of March, right after the full moon, in fact, really just a few hours after the full moon reaches its peak, Saturn moves into Pisces. So Saturn has been in the sign of Aquarius since December of 2020. And now it is leaving Aquarius and moving into the sign of Pisces, where it will stay for about 2.5 years. Saturn is the lord of karma. So whenever Saturn's moving into a new sign, it indicates a starting of a new karmic cycle. Also, the closing of an old one, because as Saturn leaves Aquarius, it ends a karmic cycle. So think about maybe what themes have been brewing for you since December of 2020. Saturn usually brings its lessons through feeling stuck between a rock and a hard place, that kind of feeling, restrictions, feeling held back in some way, having boundaries tested or boundaries challenged, maybe feeling like boundaries have been created as well in your life, kind of holding back, pulling you back. That's usually the feeling of Saturn. So where have you felt that in your life since December of 2020? Because that might give you a little clue as to where Saturn has been working while it's journeyed through Aquarius. Now, however, as it's moving into Pisces, those lessons are being completed. They're being wrapped up. And usually when Saturn wraps up a karmic cycle, when it ends its journey in a sign, so when it ends its time in Aquarius, it brings a little gift, a karmic reward for all the effort that we've put in, for all the growth that we've achieved, for all the challenges that we have overcome. So look out for those gifts. Look out for those challenges that maybe you have identified in your life since December of 2020 and that journey you've been on. And now hopefully you're able to receive some of the rewards of your efforts, of your hard work. With Saturn moving into Pisces, a new karmic cycle begins. If you want to figure out what karmic cycle is beginning for you, you can use your rising sign and your sun sign as a clue. And I have a report for you. I'll drop a link in the description box below where you can read your horoscope for your sun sign, for your rising sign, and you can put those two together to figure out what karmic cycle is happening for you. But aside from doing that, Saturn moving into Pisces can bring themes relating to our spirituality, to our creativity, to our mental health. Pisces is very everything kind of in our imagination, our creativity, things that are non-tangible. And Saturn is very tangible. It's very grounding. So this kind of is a power time to take all those thoughts, ideas, dreams, and visions and bring them to earth, bring them to reality in some way. So it kind of has a really beautiful energy. Of course, tangible, really, structured Saturn will have a little bit of a hard time in Pisces, which is all about airy, floaty, kind of going with the flow energy. Saturn wants to create boundaries and structure, and that flowy energy of Pisces, it might be a conflict at times. So if you want to find out more about this Saturn in Pisces energy, I also have an article that I wrote. I'll put it in the link in the description box below, but you can find everything I'm talking about at foreverconscious.com. So big energies this week. The full moon, lots of healing energy around that. Then we have Saturn moving into Pisces, closing the door on one karmic cycle and beginning a new one. And then we have this awesome healing portal coming from Jupiter and Chiron as we move through the latter half of the week. So big, big energy. I would suggest to move slow, to really look after yourself, to focus on staying in your center and staying in your power. The world around you might feel a little chaotic. You may feel a little zapped. You may feel a little bit foggy and confused, but that's on an external level. On an internal level, see if you can ground, see if you can center, see if you can kind of stay in your balance and trust that we really are moving through a magical time where we can awaken, where we can grow, where we can really evolve on this journey of life that we are traveling. So, big energies all around. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Look after yourselves. Check out that ritual. Check out those articles on foreverconscious.com and have a wonderful, safe, and healing week.